We're not done. Not only have I promised to be in the middle of this, but I promise you a way out of this. Remember John 11:25, 26? I'm the resurrection and the life. Anyone who believes in me will live even after dying. Everyone who lives in me, believes in me, will never ever die. He's not talking about the temporary death of this earth. He's talking about death, the decay of evil in our lives. I got a way out of it. 1 Thessalonians 4:16. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a commanding shout, with the voice of the archangel, the trumpet call of God. Imagine this in your mind.
Yeah.
First, the Christians who have died will rise from their graves, then together with them, we who are still alive and remain on the earth will be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Then we will be with the Lord forever. So encourage each other with these words. And what are we going to? What does eternity look like? Revelation 12:1. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The old heaven and the old earth were disappeared, and the sea was also gone, and I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven like a bride beautifully dressed for her husband.
Amen.
I heard a loud shout from the throne saying, look, God's home is now among his people. He will live with them, and they'll be his people. God himself will be with them. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There'll be no more death or sorrow or crying or pain.
Amen.
All these things are gone forever.
Yeah.
And the one sitting on the throne said, look, I'm making everything new.
Amen.
The stuff that we're so used to in this life is going to be gone once and for all.
Amen.
And with the memory of what we have been through, never again would we choose to go to the side of death, to bring destruction back into this universe, so we can live a life of celebration and rejoicing, a life of celebration of power with God. But if you're in the middle of the pain right now, if you're in the middle of the pain right now, whether it's looking at those children or the pain of your own nightmare where you scream before God, God, where are you? I think what God would speak to your heart is, don't run away from me in your pain. Let me walk with you in your pain. I remember the first time that I came to one of those moments with God. I was just graduating high school, and I was a little mad at God because the relationship didn't go so well in high school. Apparently I didn't get the memo that high school relationships aren't supposed to last. And I remember that summer saying, okay, God, I'm done with you. Because my life is not what I thought it would be, and it's messed up. And you and I looking back, perhaps, and look at that and go, yeah, high school, that's silly. But I think that the instinctive reaction is the same no matter what your age, and that is, fine, God. It's the way it is, I'm out. I'm done. I'm gone. You're not strong enough to take care of this, to keep this from happening, I'm out. And I pushed away from it. I ran away from it. And my prayer for you, and my hope for you is see it for what it is. These are not the footsteps of God. They're the knife marks of a serpent who's hell-bent on our destruction. This stuff isn't the fingerprints of God. It was not God's will for this to happen in your life. It's not God's will to see children starving. But God wants to walk with you in the middle of it. God wants to be with you in the middle of it. And so my prayer for you is, don't run from him. Let him come in and say, I'm going to be walking right beside you in the middle of this. I didn't plan it, I didn't want it. But I love you enough to give you the freedom of choice. Because that's the only way I can really be. God's not letting go. He's never let go. He's going to keep fighting for you. And he's going to keep fighting for this whole world. Because every time he sees this heartbreak, it tears it up. This isn't what he planned. This wasn't what he wanted.